Welcome back to another episode of Who Should You Choose, the video series where I go through the prior videos, questions, and comments and help you with your hut lineup decisions. Depending on when I release this video, but Friday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time on the NHL's YouTube channel, I am casting and hosting the three-on-three Four Nations creator face-off between some of the biggest hockey creators for USA and Canada. My first time calling real action. I've talked about it a bunch on my channel, but if you want to check it out, would love the support. It'll be on YouTube on the NHL's YouTube channel. So I'll be heading there again for anyone that is going to be in Montreal for the event. I'm watching the Four Nations face off right now. As I'm recording this, Canada Sweden is 3-3. It's absolutely insane. It looks like they're actually trying. The NHL might have something here. That Canada USA game, I cannot wait to go to. So if anyone is in Montreal and you see me, stop me, say hi. I'd love to take a picture. I'd love to meet anyone that is in the Hut community or NHL community. So that being said, let's get into the questions and comments from this video. Okay, Dave. Really enjoyed the gameplay video a few days back. I think it'd be great to do it once or twice a week. I learned some things from the recent one. Hope you do it again. I did record a No Money Spent video, and I did include gameplay. I think what I'll do, at least for... I can do this once for sure, because again, those videos do take me a little bit longer. But what I could do is talk about every goal, and not just the end reaction of the goal. In the newest video that you'll see, again, I don't know when I'm going to release this in comparison to No Money Spent, but if you haven't seen No Money Spent episode 18, it's going to come. And in it, I talk about how you give up a goal or score a goal far earlier than when the puck crosses the line. And I give examples of every play. When you go back and watch your gameplay, you might do something in the offensive zone that leads to a goal all the time, but you're just hyper focusing on when the puck crosses the line. And if you can stop doing the stuff that gives up odd man rushes because you turn the puck over below the net, or you're doing something in the offensive zone that usually ends up losing possession, it leads to a goal. And I show a lot of examples of that in a specific game. So be sure to check that out. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. So it's definitely something I'm going to keep doing. Bonjour, sleeves. From the six, I have a line of question. I coach in the CFL and obviously don't get much free time to play for December and January. My team currently is Nylander, Miller, and McDavid. Bedard, Scheifele, and Svechnikov is his top two. Thoughts on where to improve next? Thank you, and go Argos. Definitely at center. Center is a very important position because obviously dictates if you can start with the puck, with winning faceoffs, things like that. So given your team, that's where I would focus. Honestly, you could also use a left-handed winger. So I think Rantanen, Masters of the 91 Rantanen from the Four Nations Faceoff is a great card. Wait until week two's MSPs come out to see who's in week two. But I would be stunned if there's another card better than Rantanen, or much better in all honesty. So. Just started the game recently and want to get team builders. My team is a solid 88 overall, a couple of team of the year, no X factors or hollows yet. Thinking about making Nylander because he may get team of the season, or Kucherov since I'm a Bolts fan. Sadly, can't get his team of the year. Pulled untradeable. Heisey made McDavid and McCarr. With all that, I want these OP team builders, but I have no binder whatsoever. Where do I start? So first, team builders this year lose their value faster than any other year. Because they don't have free abilities, and they gave free abilities to X Factors and Power Up Icons, as well as some of the events like Team of the Year and Gallery of Greats, they just don't have the same advantage. They are essentially a very expensive master set player item this year. Now, we are getting to this kind of awkward stage because when you see team builders come out, usually for the first 2, maybe 3 weeks, they are among the best cards in the game. But this year, because progression is so slow and progression is already basically caught up. So they're 92 overalls, right? We're going to get 92 overall ultimate MSPs from the Four Nations event. And then we might see a 91 overall or 92 overall MSP in the next event, right? They won't have a big overall advantage over all the other cards that come out. And whatever event is out, those MSPs are far cheaper than team builders. On top of that, you need 2 team builders to make the next upgraded one. We're getting to that awkward stage where it ends up being insanely expensive to upgrade them because you need 2, right? So that being said, Linden is a bit different, because Trevor Linden's card is 99 faceoffs, which obviously can't go any higher. He's big. He's pretty fast at 95 skating, and or 94 skating. There won't really be it'll be a while before someone that big with that face-off rating will really kind of fly by him. So it's safe, if that means anything. But I wouldn't get too hung up if you can't, because there will be cards that come out that will be just as good. They will. And there's an argument like Rantanen is pretty close. It's obviously that face-off rating that kind of separates them. That being said, if you want to get it on a team builders, it's honestly those packs. Like, not with money, with coins. So those packs in the store that are, I believe they're 120,000 coins for an 86 overall. Two of them gets you an 89. Four of them would get you a 92. So that essentially means that you're paying 480K for a 92 overall MSP or Linden. If you go the route of individually buying and making them, so you're buying 16 of the same team, we don't get enough packs anymore in a week to really consistently make the team builders. We essentially in NHL 25 skip the step of actually collecting players from a certain team that are 77 and above overall. And that was a major issue early on too, because before these packs were released, these cards were so stupid expensive because there just wasn't a lot. If you think about it, before, in like a normal week of Rivals, if you took on tradable rewards, you might get like 70 cards. And a lot of them will be lower overalls, but you could at least throw them into the team builder sets. And I remember last year, my No Money Spent series, I just saved my packs and I saved the 80 and 81 overall cards from NHL teams, and I was able to make multiple team builder items. This year, it's not really the case. Like, you could save for a while and then go into the auction house and slowly buy. But I just don't think it's worth it. I think the best way to do it is to just wait until those packs are in the store, spend the coins that way. So if you want to sell everything that you get, that might be a way to do it. It is going to take quite some time, obviously, to build up your coin base that way. But I just think, given the way team builders work and things like that, that would be the way I would go with them. DJ Primo says, "Hey Sleeps, you touched on it briefly, but how do I earn cards for MSPs now that the XP path is done? I don't want to buy packs, even with the coins, because it's a gamble. I'm 100% sure that Crosby's 4 Nation 92 is coming, and I have no idea how I'm going to get it. Him and Mac are my favorites, so I'll be disappointed if the event ends and I can no longer make it. Save coins and hope to buy it for 500K. Thanks as always. Hope all is well with the fam. Stay fresh." Getting packs, it's honestly by doing squad battles or rivals. And obviously 30 rivals wins is tough. That it's probably squad battles. That's the way to do it. I don't know if 500K would be enough. Because I have a feeling they're going to give them, because they're ultimate, they're calling them ultimates, that they're going to give them free abilities. That's my honest guess. And I don't hate that, because it's 291 overalls, which is brutal value. So I don't know. That's the only way to consistently get packs for it. I would save all the collectibles for the event and wait for the season 2 to come out, or the week 2 MSPs to come out. But still, that's that's what I would wait for. Hey Sleeves, thanks for always having great tips and quality videos. Thank you, my man. Started playing NHL 25 Hut after the holidays, and how can I make a pretty decent team? Right now, I don't have any players to brag about. My best is base team leader McDavid. Can I make a hollow or old team builders, or should I focus on current events? Don't have much coins, and I'm not a big fodder, and don't have enough fodder either. Should I just focus on the moments and work backwards? Thank you for the help. If you just started the game, here's what I would focus on in a week. Your squad battle games, because they give you a ton of coins and packs that are tradable. But on top of that, if you finish that, then I would do moments for sure, because moments is immediate rewards. I would look for whatever moments gives you the highest overall cards. You can go all the way back to the beginning of the game. And then that gives you a lot of coins that you can slowly start to use and build up your collection. Moments is a great way to do it because, again, it's instant rewards, right? Much like how Rivals works and things like that. But I just think that once you finish your squad battles thing, then you can go and do moments. It's probably the most rewarding, and as well as wild card and making sure you get those collectibles done. That's probably the way to do it. Why is there always buy items from the auction house objectives this late in the game? It's the most annoying objective. 100%. They're trying to just get people to spend their coins. It's really annoying because like the cheapest thing is always 2,000 coins roughly now because of that. It's also to promote people actually using the auction house, very few people do. Like the casual player just doesn't use the auction house, so it's kind of forcing them to do that, but it ends up just making them waste their coins. Do we have any clue what they mean by more players coming soon for team builders? Yeah, just that they will continue. So eventually we're going to get a 95 overall team builder release and then a 98 team. They messed up the overall. I have no idea. Like I don't know if they're going to do the 98s and 99s. I have no idea. It's insane to me people that have 3+ team of the years or X Factor McDavid, the latest team builders, and multiple power up icons and are still asking who to choose. My dude, once you've gotten all of the chase cards, man, and you have a good team, think about it, right? Like if you're not super knowledgeable of the game, you have to know what you're doing a little bit to have all of that. But some people just want like, hey, should I choose between this card or this card? Do you think like, you know what I mean? It's just a discourse. Some people, just want to get their team reviewed by someone else to say, hey, yeah, it's a good squad, right? But it's no big deal. Hey, Sleeves, I experienced my first Hut burnout of the year. I did my team of the year grind and built Makar and McDavid. I was a daily player from launch until I added the team of the year players to my team. I went on a stretch of just getting absolutely slaughtered. That you would think I was running a Saber sim. So I took a weekish break and moved over back over to Fallout 4. Great game to go back to. Came back to Hut yesterday to make Linden. Went on a 3-game win streak and had tons of fun. So just a word of advice to us all. Don't worry about FOMO. Don't let a video game frustrate you until you hate the game. Take Sleeves' advice and just switch it up for a little bit. Eventually, the excitement of Hut will come back. Just breathe, y'all. Dude, I talk about this all the time. So obviously, I play the game far more than the majority of the player base. But I'll be honest with you, I spend a majority of my time making videos and not actually playing the game. This is the least I've played in just actually playing the game. But in the summertime, people always ask me, like, dude, how are you playing Rivals? Because I love playing the hockey game. And in the summertime, I'm playing a lot of MLB. And eventually, I'm just like, you know what? I kind of just feel like playing some Rivals. My whole life I've played Versus, like online or just offline with my buddies. And I don't do it all year round, but your boys would come over and you'd play, a night of like 5 or 6 games, and then you're good for like a week or two, right? And that's how it used to be. And I think that when you have a couple of games where it's like, okay, I'm going to play Hut, but I'm only going to play, Rivals because I want to play Rivals. I don't care about the rewards. Whatever I get, so be it. And that's it. You can still make a decent team by doing that. If you watch my videos, I kind of go through that because that's what I'm doing this year. Like, there's a few times where I'll force myself, but for the most part, man, I just play a couple Rivals games a day until I'm over it, and that's it. I don't grind squad battles. The XP path is now in a good spot for online players. It's almost too easy. They need more XP things to actually hit because we have run out of it so fast. And then I'll go play something else like Tarkov or Civilization, which just came out, or MLB soon when it comes out. And when you do that, you are going to enjoy video games like you did when you were a kid. Like I promise you, it's again, I think there's a lot of the younger generation now. So let's say you're 25 and you've been just in the COD mindset where you got to be getting better and you've got to be playing all the free time you can or you're not going to be any better. And it's like, who cares, man? It's video games are literally just meant to be an escape from reality. That's it. And if your reality is becoming impacted negatively because of something that is supposed to be an escape, that would be like watching a TV show and visibly or emotionally just getting angry at the acting being terrible, but then you just keep watching the show because you have to stay up to date on what's going on, like hate watching. Like it sucks, but a lot of people fall into that. Hey, Slaves, new idea. Most people finish the XP path for second week. We all have a lot of extra XP. Why don't they let us convert that XP to coins? It'd be a good thing for us grinders, and we wouldn't play for nothing. Well, first of all, I got to be honest with you. Not a lot of people complete the XP path that fast, but given how easy they made it for online players, the online grinders who play just an insane amount, like 20 rivals. Think about this: like you play 20 Hut Champs games and your 30 rivals wins. Like, well, I mean, in total. That's just a lot of games in a week, right? Not a lot of people can do that when it comes to the majority of the player base. But that being said, like I said, I barely played this season, and I was able to get it done without getting all the XP objectives from the XP path, or sorry, the objective path. They need to have an unlimited bonus tier, and I'm guessing one of two things is happening. One, they're just terrified to give out stuff and in an unlimited fashion. They're so scared. They want to rubber band the player base so that even the hardest grinders can't get exponentially more packs to try and get their team better than everyone else's, even though it really doesn't matter, right? But two is they develop the XP path and the tech isn't there to do an unlimited one. Like they legitimately couldn't, even if they wanted to, they would just have to put in like 400 tiers, which is also, an option. I know it's been discussed to death, but the longer it goes on, the more pronounced an issue becomes. The way they're handling X Factors is insane. I know a lot of people don't care because of the crazy grind from McDavid, and I get that. It just boggles the mind that to have only one active NHL player chase card for 5 months of the game. They waited way too long, so Series 2 will be dead on arrival now anyways. But if it was, say, Matthews, as many have theorized, I don't even know what they're going for business-wise waiting this long. Releasing so few Matthews cards is crazy to me from a pack sales perspective. I know he's not having a great season, but they typically find ways around that given his popularity. I've never loved X Factors in previous games. Most weren't worth the cost, but at least it was a good idea. Most teams had a player fans could all upgrade all year. That's theoretically excellent. Now they've made the chase cards with almost no options. It's just categorically worse in every possible fashion. I know it's so late now, almost no one cares, but that we've now gotten the third round of team builders. It's worth saying one last time, what a cluster, this has been. Again, this new content team wants to undo everything that the prior content team did. And sure, like there's positives in changing things up and just making things new, man. Obviously we need that, but the X factors where it was one for every team, I love that. Again, as someone who's thinking about trying to build a theme team, having as a Sharks fan, last year was awful because there was no Macklin, there was no Will Smith, right? So there was no one, and even Hurdle's X factor ended up, he got traded, but at least I had somebody I could upgrade, right? If you're a Utah Hockey Club fan, you're getting Dylan Gunther cards, but that's pretty much it, right? And it's like at least I had this one card that I could have in my lineup and upgrade it all year round, and it was half decent. I agree. I don't know what they're doing with X Factors, but it just more and more it feels like they just don't want to have the year-round chase cards in the game. I think we'll get even less next year, and I think they're going to be met with a lot of surprises when the player base goes, we want the year-round chases. There needs to be something to go after. It adds way more of a fun element to collecting and playing, which is why we like Ultimate Team modes. I have a feeling they're going to get rid of X Factors and Power-Up Icons, and it's literally just the event items. I legit feel like that's where it's going to go, which is even less collecting, right? And the only way that I would be okay with them getting rid of year-long chase cards is if they implemented tons of collection-based cards. So every team, you collect every team's base card, right? Then you get a special player, not a team builder that's 83 overall, like a good, relevant card that upgrades, the Sharks, you complete the entire Sharks team, you get, an 85 Macklin Celebrini. That means all the other NHL cards for that player, that team, they're way higher in price and valuable, something to collect. Would love that, but I just don't know where they're going to go. I just made Linden, and I need another 89 for an 92. Is it worth making Foot if it means benching Blake? Is the 3 overall boost worth more than the free AP? Adam Foot cards always slap, man. They are always among the best in the game. Don't know what it is. That's how it is. Blake would, I don't think it's enough because that's very expensive, but I wouldn't want Gilmore for anyone that isn't a team making a theme team. Gilmore, he is just getting thrown off the puck from everyone I've seen that made him. And then Potvin is good, but not exceptional. So, I would, if you need to make one more, because, if you made one, you should make two, I would go Foot. I felt that on several occasions. Why do I come home from work to do other work during games, which in itself, core should be something enjoyable? I understand that maybe for some devs, it's a work, but games actually used to be fun when enthusiasts were developing them. You need to be really dead inside to put 7 stick lifts into a 3-minute period just to get a puck, dump it into the corner, wait for the AI to get there, stick lift and pray it counts, rinse and repeat. I don't think they play this game at all for fun. I think that they're just, hey, put an objective in to get this thing. but they're not making the objectives engaging, and that's the issue, you know, which is frustrating. So, we'll see what happens. Hopefully next year we get some more abilities to actually like do objectives in a more fun way, but I don't know. That's going to do it for this episode of Who Should You Choose. Thank you guys again so much for watching all the content and subscribing. I'll be back home on Sunday evening. I'll do the event breakdown video. I know it'll be a little bit late, but I'll walk through the entire event once I get back for the week 2 release. Thank you guys again for watching. Go Canada. See you next time.